As Caribbean people, I think that we're from these small islands, and I think that that plays a huge part in who we are. I know that there's this proverb, when elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. And I think that for a lot of history, we were actually sort of the grass between elephants, colonization, and even now some of those fallouts between big powers. So I think part of what distinguishes us is that smallness and sometimes being stuck between forces that we can't directly oppose. Out of that smallness, there's a sense of the triumph of the underdog, you know, the sense of possibility of what we can do. Like those great West Indies cricket teams that meant so much, you know, when they beat the English at Lords and all of those things. When I first started out writing, I actually had to almost prove that what I was writing about was part of the Caribbean identity and my Caribbean identity. I've lived in some foreign countries, and I remember in the early days I would write my stories and people would say, well, could you write something that's more representative of the Caribbean? Because there were generations of people kind of raised on Miguel Street and Green Days by the River, and that's what they know. And don't get me wrong, Miguel Street is one of my all-time favorite books. But part of what I had to do was first say that the Caribbean identity is more than just what's seen in those books. And what I want to do is show a contemporary Caribbean identity that's also rooted in history and folklore. And that Caribbean identity, I mean, it's my setting, my plot, it's my characters, it's literally running through every story, whether they're set in the Caribbean or not, because it's also who I am. And I mean, I can't imagine writing without it.